the most ridiculous way someone called police on Girl Scouts for selling cookies? I was walking home from school when I saw a Girl Scout set up on the corner. 3 kids at a folding table with a hand-drawn sign that said, "Cookies $5." Pretty normal. Except for the woman screaming at them like they just robbed a bank. She was mid-50, wearing a vest that screamed, "I monitor my neighbor's trash cans." And she was pacing back and forth in front of the table like a lawyer delivering closing arguments. "You are harassing pedestrians," she yelled, pointing at a man who just bought 2 boxes and was walking away unbothered. "This is a public disturbance." One of the Girl Scouts, maybe 10 years old, looked at her troop leader like, "Are we in trouble?" The troop leader, this calm woman named Bridget, stepped forward with the patience of someone who deals with HOA meetings for fun. "Ma'am, we have permission from the store owner. We're not blocking anything." The woman's eyes went wide like Bridget just confessed to a felony. "Permission? Permission? That doesn't make it legal." She whipped out her phone so fast I thought she was about to record a TikTok expose. Nope. She dialed 911. I stopped walking. There was no way I was missing this. She put the phone on speaker because of course she did, and when the dispatcher answered, she went full prosecutor mode. "Yes, I'm reporting an illegal business operation at the corner of 5th and Maple. Multiple individuals are aggressively soliciting and obstructing foot traffic." The dispatcher paused. "Ma'am, can you describe what's happening?" "Girl Scouts," she hissed, like she was reporting a cartel. "They're selling cookies without a permit and refusing to leave." Another pause. Longer this time. "Girl Scouts, selling cookies." "Yes, and I have been verbally harassed when I asked them to move." Bridget blinked. "We said no thank you when you told us to leave." The woman spun around like she'd been struck by lightning. "See? Hostile." By now, a small crowd had gathered. A guy with a coffee whispered to his friend, "Is she serious right now?" Another woman pulled out her phone and started filming. The dispatcher sighed through the speaker. "Ma'am, if they have permission from the property owner, they're allowed to be there. I don't care about permission. This is a safety hazard." "A safety hazard?" "Yes. What if someone trips over their table?" Bridget gestured to the table, which was approximately 2 feet wide and sitting flush against the building. "You'd have to actively try to trip over it." The dispatcher said they'd send an officer to check it out, and the woman smiled like she'd just won a lawsuit. She crossed her arms, stood 5 feet from the table, and stared at the girls like a prison guard. 10 minutes later, a cop pulled up. He got out of the car looking like a man who'd been interrupted mid-lunch. The woman practically sprinted over to him. "Officer, thank you for coming. These children are running an illegal business and refuse to comply with public safety ordinances." He looked at the Girl Scouts, then at the table, then back at her. "You called 911 because of Girl Scout cookies. They're blocking the sidewalk and soliciting aggressively." The officer walked over to the table. One of the girls, nervous as hell, said, "We have Thin Mints, Samoas, Tagalongs." He pulled out his wallet. "I'll take 4 boxes of Thin Mints."